Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're reviewing the Tata Nexon EV. Come here. This is the EV badge which you can see. The car has a very nice color. Just look at the color. It's a nice teal blue which looks very nice. There's a blue treatment over here which only comes in the electric variant. There's fake skid plates and then also there's a nice treatment done over here. The car has LED headlights and it also comes with fog lights. This is the XZ variant. Let's go to the rear. So guys, let me show you the rear end. This is how the Nexon looks from the rear. There's Ziptron written over here. Ziptron is the battery which is powered. Let me open the trunk. It's a nice trunk. These are the charging wire. This is the charging wire of the Nexon. So guys, let me show you how the car is charged. This is the charger. This you need to just connect it to a adapter, and this is the charger. You just need to come over here. It is just like your typical petrol or diesel. You open this. There's a knob over here which you open, and then you fit in this charger right here, and this is how the car gets charged. So this car also has a fast charger which can be inserted over here, in which case in all the showrooms they have electric charging stations. That is where the fast chargers come in use. You do not get a fast charger with the car, but when you go to a showroom to charge the car, the Nexon EV can be charged in an hour from 0 to 100% with the help of a fast charger. So I like how Nexon has an umbrella compartment over here, right over here. So they've given a compartment only for umbrella, which is pretty nice. And there's a bottle holder over here with a sign of a bottle holder. So guys, let's get going. I'm going to put the car into D. We're into D. Okay, let's get going. So the Nexon EV is very impressive. So basically an electric vehicle does not contain an engine. It is just a battery. The company offers an 8-year warranty on the battery or a 1,60,000 kilometers warranty, which is impressive. I like how they've given it a very big range. They've given it 8 years. So I think the company does know that the battery that they've made is very nice. So the car is battery operated, but there is no issue of driving it in the rain. The company claims that the car can also be submersible up to 1 meter. So I would prefer not taking it out if it's very heavy rains. But if it's not very heavy rain, then I think the car will just do its job. So the car comes with a motor that produces 129 horsepower with 245 Newton meters of torque. So yeah, I mean the car is powerful. It has decent power. It has enough power to run a vehicle this size. So the car comes with a 30.2 kilowatt battery, and the company claims a range of 312 kilometers on one single charge, that is 0 to 100%. But on a daily basis, an average user can anywhere score around 200 to 210 kilometers on a full charge. And if you're on the highway, you can maybe take around 250 kilometers, but you will have to be on a lower speed. You will have to be on the 60 mark. You can't go above that. If you want to save fuel, if you want to save electricity, not fuel. If you want to save electricity, then I think people, you need to drive with the windows open and the air conditioning off. So it is a bit of a hassle, but for city use, I think this car is nice. This car has no noise, no engine noise at all. There is zero engine noise. You don't even know when the car is turned on or when it is turned off. The car does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and a few connected features. This is the mid trim. This is the XZ. The XZ Plus comes with a sunroof. They unfortunately do not provide wireless charging with this car, which I think they should have. I think it would have been a very cool feature. Okay, so the car has a very crossover-ish position of driving. It is a crossover. They call it also a compact SUV, but it is just a crossover. I don't like driving positions. I would rather prefer a low riding car or an SUV. I would not prefer to be in the middle. So I just feel out of place. I don't know why. So let's see how powerful this car is. So the 245 Newton meters of torque comes in from the initial get-go, because there is no motor, there is no RPM meter either. It's just battery. So if you press the accelerator completely, it's going to give you all the 245 Newton meters of torque, which is a lot from the initial get-go. So this is the first Tata car which does 0 to 100 in under 10 seconds, because it is an electric vehicle. But the car limits at 120. The car does not cross 120. The top speed shown over here is 160, but the car does not cross 120. So this car is ideal for city use. I mean, I think I would buy this car for the city use. It is a hassle to charge it, so I would not take it anywhere outside, out of town, maybe a short trip, nothing more than that. So this car, costs around 280 to 300 rupees for a full charge, which can run around 200 kilometers. So you're going 200 kilometers in 300 rupees. That's like 1.5 rupee per kilometer. So yeah, it is pretty cheap to use in the city. The car is sold at 16.2 lakhs, and government gives you a 1 lakh rupee subsidy on the car. So this car comes for around 15.2 lakhs on road, Mumbai. So guys, I like the gearbox of the car. It reminds me of Jaguar cars, obviously. It is a knob. There is no gearbox, it's just a knob. So the car does not have any gears also. It's just battery, so you press the accelerator and the car goes. No gear at all, no gear shift. So you don't feel any jerk, you don't feel anything. The handbrake of the car is nice. They've not given an electronic parking brake, which I personally like. I like these handbrakes. I do not like the electronic parking brake. So I like how Tata has given the manual handbrake. So this car sounds like an aircraft taking off, because it's just the sound of the battery. So it does sound. Wait, let me show you the sound. Yeah, it does sound like an aircraft taking off. The braking is sure-footed. I'm in love with the brakes actually. The braking is so nice. It is brisk, but you do not feel any jerk as such when you brake the car. It's tuned to the perfect way. Even cornering, even turning at a good speed is not very tough in this car. Because the car is on sport mode. The car has a lot of punch in the sport mode. It's fun to drive. But on sport mode, I think the tires do not realize how fast and how quickly the car picks up pace. I don't think the tires are smart enough to keep pace with the engine or the battery. Right now I just passed some water, just did some cornering on the car and passed some water, and the car started becoming very shaky, very unstable. The water going inside the area above the tires. Okay, I'm going to shift to D and drive in D. for some time. The car does not have any driving modes. There are no driving modes, like there are no sport modes, or there is no manual mode also because there are no gears. It's just a D and an S. S is just so that you get more power. The steering does weigh up a little bit. The suspension is nice if you're driving it on 90, 100, if you want to, take corners and all on 90. I think the car can kick it under its hood. But going anywhere over 100, 110 with this car might be a bit dicey. I think I need to take the car somewhere where I can drive the car really fast, like an airstrip, and know what the car actually is. But in city, this car is phenomenal. It is driving nicely. Right now, I have 86% battery and I've been driving for around 20-25 minutes, and I had left at 100% battery. So yeah, the battery does drain fast. I mean, I think you need to be very smart, drive very smartly in order to save on the battery. Everyone knows about how good the build quality of Tata cars are. All the new Tata cars, the Harrier, the Safari, the Nexon, these cars build quality are insane. Very nice doors, very heavy doors. As soon as you enter the car and you close the door, you know you're sitting in a good built car. The car also comes with an octagonal steering wheel, which is the flat bottom steering wheel also they call it. It is very sporty. I think Tata has done a good job with the steering wheel. It looks nice, it is sleek, it is small, and it looks very nice. So if you want to maybe get a brisk start, you want to go fast from 0 to 100 or 0 to 80 or anything like that, then I think if the car is only in drive, then the car does not pick up very fast. Even if you press the accelerator completely till the end, it does not pick up very fast. You need to put it in sport mode for that brisk power that you want. Let's see, I'm going to put it in sport mode now again. Okay, we're into sport mode. Yeah, you can feel the grunt, you can feel the engine battery wanting to push eagerly. Yeah, see, we're on 80. Okay, so this is the first time I am driving an electric. It's the first time I'm sitting in an completely electric vehicle. I've driven hybrid cars, but I've never driven an electric or even sat in an electric vehicle. So things get very different when you sit in an electric vehicle from a normal vehicle, from a petrol or diesel vehicle. First, obviously there's no engine, there are no gears, so there's no gearbox. It's just, there's a gearbox but there are no gears because it's not paired with the engine. There is no sound at all. You wouldn't know if the car is on or not. That is why in the tachometer they show a sign which is ready when the car is turned on, which indicates that the car is ready to go. So if we talk about the price difference, the Nexon EV and the Nexon has a bit of a price difference. It has around 2 or 3 lakh of a price difference, which is not a lot. It is okay because you're getting an electric vehicle. You do not need to spend on petrol, and with the petrol prices booming right now, I think electric vehicles are going to become necessary by maybe next year or next to next year. So it's a good option. The Nexon EV is a good option for an EV car. It's a cheap option. It's very affordable. It is an Indian car. It is made by Tata Motors. For Tata Motors to do that is pretty impressive. All of these companies are coming up with electric vehicles of their own. There are a lot of charging stations now all over India. Every showroom has a charging station, at least minimum one charging station. So it's improving. I've seen malls. I've lately seen a lot of malls also having charging stations in the parking lots. So the situation's been lately improving. I think now it is possible to buy an electric car because you can charge it elsewhere also, and not only your own house or your building. So the car comes with reverse assisted parking camera. I'm going to show it to you right now. Yeah, this is the assisted, and these are the assisted lines of the camera. Let's go.
Fasten passenger seat belt.
Seat belt. So the car shows warning and it speaks. It does not have a irritating chime. It speaks. It just tells you to fasten the driver or the co-passenger seatbelt. Okay, let's put the car in sport and off we go. So because there's no engine sound, because there's no gear shift, you do not know how fast you go or how far, at what speed you are at the moment, because you do not know how fast the motor picks up pace. Yeah, the braking is so nice, so dependable. So the car does not have cruise control, which is an important feature I think the car misses out on. Okay, let's pull 100. Yeah, the car is nice, it's quite powerful. I like the gloss black finish over here with the blue accents, which again shows that you're in an EV. The blue accents are all over the car. It's all in the AC vents, it's in the tachometer, it's over here. I like this compartment that they've given over here. I like how this opens. It's a tray. It opens as like a tray, which is very nice. I like how they've done that. All the AC controls are over here. This is the control to open the tailgate. This is the lock unlock, and these are the controls for the infotainment system. It is also on touchscreen and it is also buttons over here. So the car has no engine oil. It just comes with 2 lubricants that help keeping the battery cool. So every time you send the car for service, all they do is just change the lubricants. That is it. So there's not a lot of maintenance also in the car. Tata cars are known for the build quality and for how low the maintenance is. Yeah, power, all the torque in just one acceleration. Pretty impressive. Okay, I'm going to shift back to D, drive, save a bit of power. The benefits of driving an EV are not only you saving money, it is also how exciting the car is. It is a very interesting concept. The drivability is interesting. You're helping the environment. So it works in a lot of ways. I think electric vehicles are the future. This is the first time I'm also driving a Tata car. Yeah, it is the first time I have driven any Tata car. And this one impressed me. So for my first car to drive a Tata Nexon EV, this has done its job. The car has done its part. So I think this is it for the Tata Nexon EV for you. I hope you like the video. If you do, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram tag will be below. And thank you for watching.